Hi everybody, Jack from Campus JAX here again, giving you an update. A lot has happened since we launched the JAX Feed the Need here in Orange County. Over the last several months, we've been able to raise over $15,000 and provide over 1,500 meals for the homeless community, elderly caregivers, and frontline workers. All that has been made possible by your donations, individual donations, and also corporate donations, as well as the local bands that have been performing and donating their time and talents to help raise money for JAX Feed the Need. Greatly appreciated to everybody who has participated. Our corporate donations so far donated from QSC, who is a local manufacturer of speakers and soundboards here in Orange County. They've donated all the sound equipment that we use. Also Markwood Entertainment, donating the stage and the lighting and so much more. Those add up to tens of thousands of dollars worth of product and material that they've donated to help us bring our entertainment. Just last weekend we had Matt Mauser do a special Sinatra performance and raise several $1,000 along with Family Style. So it was a great weekend of fundraising, great weekend of music, great weekend of live streaming, and really helped a lot. But we've been able to average about a delivery a week for the last 4 months. But as the homeless situation here in Orange County and Southern California is expected to explode in the coming weeks, we want to be able to increase our delivery of meals from once a week to at least doing it every day and maximize our kitchen potential if we can. We need your help to do that. Continuing to donate through JAX Feed the Need. That's at campusjax.com, and you can go there and donate one meal or up to 1,000 meals or whatever you can. Every meal helps. When we first started this, it was just myself, my son, and 2 employees that launched the Campus JAX Feed the Need, and with that and the entertainment, we've been able to add more kitchen staff and more wait staff, so we've been able to add local jobs and bringing that back to the community here. Also giving the bands an opportunity to get some much needed pay. So it is a win-win-win situation, and the community wins as well because we're able to keep our community even safer by providing a meal for the homeless. So with your help, with some more corporate help, and with continued assistance from the musicians, we will keep doing what we're doing and just try to do even more if we can. Thank you, and I appreciate you, and stay safe.
Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played a tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. You might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that room. You know that grandma's hands soothe the local unwed mother. Grandma's hands used to ache sometimes and swell. Grandma's hands used to lift her face and tell her, she'd say, baby, grandma understands that you really love that man. Put yourself in Jesus' hands. Grandma's hands. to heaven. I'll be looking for Grandma's blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue sky do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright, I never saw things going so bad. Noticing the days hurrying by when you're in love. My, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue sky from now on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Wonderful Tony Guerrero. Happy birthday to you. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you doing? Thank you,
man.
Thank you for the lovely song.
Oh, man. Can you believe it? You've lasted this long. We've lasted this long. Oh, my God. Jazz continues to go on. It's thriving, and it's getting even better. It's getting even better, man.
It is. We had a pretty fun week.
Oh, my God. What 3 sold-out shows? We had on Sunday night the Paris Chanson. We had your birthday thing, and Crystal was there, and Leslie was there, and then Gordon Goodwin with this. I mean, you could all-star band. I mean, that all-star band on Friday night, and it's just wonderful. And tonight we've got Andrea Miller going to join us. And, we know it's your birthday, so we're not going to hold you too long tonight. I'm sure, your wife's probably got like a sauerkraut cake made for you or something like that.
Actually, you know what? The whole family forgot. So I'm hoping by the end of the night, somebody says happy birthday.
Anyway, so how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. So, let's see, folks, I don't know. We could probably ask Tim, but it was, I think 26 weeks, 28 weeks on Sunday nights, ever since this quarantine started, without fail. You've missed one. I've missed one, although I was up in the mountains recording for y'all. But I mean,
did I miss one? Oh, that's right. I did. I forgot I missed one.
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's all right. I don't forget those things, Anyway, and just continuing on, and some crazy times here, and I know that the people really love to see the insight, the what's going on in the lives of the musicians, and it's a great pleasure, and it's an honor to do it with you, and of course we're supported by Jack and Tim over there at Campus JAX, and
right.
It's been a really, really good thing. You realize it's been over a year now that I've had this Steamers Jazz at Campus JAX. It's hard to believe. I mean, yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're going, "Oh God, I miss Steamers so much." I go, God, it doesn't even seem like it's gone now because it's just changed.
Well, I mean, fact is, none of us thought the original Steamers would last a whole year. So,
oh, I know, Jesus. Either did I. Every morning when I checked the bank, somehow, some way, I did it. But So, what's going on? What do you know about today's show that I don't know?
Well, I do know this. This is our first time with only one guest.
Yes,
and that does work out great for me because my family does have some birthday plans, so it'll be a little shorter of a show. However, what a great one to spend the evening with, because ANDREA is so loved, and it's got a great Orange County fan base, and and so it'll be nice to be able to introduce her around the world to other people who are watching this. And she's getting an international following now too, and she's
absolutely,
and and she works hard, and she's just a big part of our scene out here. So,
we can let her know when she comes on that we tried harder than with any other guest to get them on.
That's true. That's true.
It was about
like
5
our 4th attempt. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're really oh yeah, I got that there. Yeah, we're really excited to have her here, and she is going to be at Campus JAX at the end of October with the Ron
29th.
Kobayashi Trio, and Ron's always a favorite there too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then speaking of repeat people, Tony Guerrero, not this Thursday. Tawanda's this Thursday. Incredible jazz vocalist. You got to see her. She played before there. She's with the Josh Nelson Trio, and on October 1st, you're going to be back with a strong and healthy Leah Booth, correct?
That's the plan. I'm not even sure if she knows that yet. But
yes, well,
yeah, unfortunately, Leah got sick, non-COVID related, but she got sick this past week and wasn't able to make it. But boy, we had some pretty good people fill in for her, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Crystal Lewis and Leslie Page both tore the place apart, and yeah, it was a fun night. It was a lot of good energy, and it felt good to be with the guys again. And
we got to bring Leslie back too, man.
Is she so good? I mean, Crystal's already booked back, but
yeah,
Leslie is something special, isn't she?
She deserves all the attention. You know, she's fabulous, and you know, it's a little bit different on the style too. It's kind of more like a jazz, but R&B. You know,
I'll confess, when she did her appearance was almost a month ago or a couple weeks ago, I guess. I was surprised at the music she chose. I mean, she has a wide swath of music that she can do,
right?
You know, that she does authentically. But you know, we produced a jazz album for her last year. So I thought she was going to come in and do that record, and I don't think she did a single song from that record. So that's a whole other reason to bring her back, is just to do that record.
That's right. Twist her arm, tell her to do that. No, but she was, you know, there's certain, you know, in our type of genre here, there's certain boundaries that are embraced by all, like the blues side of it and Latin stuff like that. But it was the people just went nuts over her. I'm really looking forward to bringing her back.
Yeah.
So, let's think what we're going to do. We're going to start out with Masquerade is Over by Andrea Miller.
Before you do that, why don't you invite people into the tip jar? That's a good place to go.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean they can help us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We need help. You know, we're working hard, Tony and I, and you can't even see what's going on in the background with Tim Ellis and John Wynn and Golden and all that, just working tirelessly for nothing, just to keep this thing going all these 28 weeks. And there's a beautiful way that you can do that, and that's by going to campus or Steamers JAX, STEAMERS.JAX.com. Throw a little $1 or $2 or $20 or whatever you want into the tip jar. There's also some options there if you want to become like a member. We have kind of a Steamers Jazz membership at Campus JAX, and we don't push that too hard, but we're going to start doing that now because we want you all involved with this. There's a lot going on, and I see that this just continues to grow, and we hope that you can help us with that. SteamersJax.com. Also, for next Thursday and the following Thursday, for Towanda, you can go to CampusJax.com to purchase tickets for that. We have them by tables. You can go as a single, as a deuce, or a four-top, or even a large group. Please support us by going to CampusJax.com there, and also on October 1st for Tony Guerrero.
And I understand we don't have a date yet, but Champion is coming to town.
Yes, Champion Fulton, all the way from New York, the wonderful, lovely, talented Champion Fulton. She's doing something in San Francisco. It's not confirmed the date yet, so it's either going to be on the 15th or 22nd, or possibly on a Sunday, somewhere along the lines there. And we're so excited about it because we have that new piano now too, so we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I've done my part to promote us. What can we do? We can bring in the
We'll listen to some ANDREA.
Thank you.
Your eyes don't shine like they used to shine, and the thrill is gone when your lips meet mine. I'm afraid the masquerade is over, and so is love, and so is love. I guess I'll have to play Pagliacci and get myself a clown's disguise. Then I'll learn to laugh like Pagliacci with tears in my
less than the legendary Al Jarreau called ANDREA Miller a brilliant young singer. ANDREA Miller has been a favorite of Southern California jazz audiences for several years, citing among her influences legends like Nancy Wilson, Sarah Vaughan, and Stevie Wonder. ANDREA is now making a name for herself on the international jazz scene as well as the national radio airwaves. Aside from her local performance work, ANDREA has headlined the Utah Arts Festival, the Salt Lake City Jazz Festival, the Newport Beach Jazz Party, the Jazz de Polanco Festival in Mexico City, Jazz at LACMA in Los Angeles, and the Newport Beach Summer Jazz Series with the Tom Kubis Big Band. She was scheduled to tour Europe, opening for Al Jarreau before his untimely passing in 2017. She's also done recording work with producers David Foster, Quincy Jones, and songwriters Alan and Marilyn Bergman, as well as recordings for Disney, Pixar, Paramount Pictures, NBC, ABC, Warner Brothers, and others. Please welcome ANDREA Miller to Steamer's Jazz at JAX.
So is love.
Terence, look who's here.
Andrea Miller, I don't know what side you're on, but you're here and you're beautiful and you're lovely and we've got you finally.
Finally, I made it. I made it onto the screen.
Yeah, you played hard to get for us.
That's all right. That's all right.
No. Yeah. And if I had a camera issue with my computer, the camera stopped working in the middle of a Zoom chat with my family. And so I didn't know you guys used this system. This is really cool.
Oh yeah, it's great. Well, exciting news. Andrea Miller will be with the Ron Kobayashi Trio at Campus JAX on October 29th. Just confirmed. Yay.
Yeah, and you guys, I without running this by Andrea or Ron, I'm going to just make the executive decision that I think it needs to be a costume party.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's right.
Because it's a couple days before Halloween, right?
I forgot.
So
yeah.
I want to see the band in costumes.
There we go.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Well, nobody will complain about wearing a mask on that night, right?
Right.
Oh my God, no, you're right.
Andrea, have you seen? I know you haven't been down there lately, but have you seen the tent and all that? What we've done?
I saw it online. I saw pictures of it online.
Oh my God, it's
really good.
It's just. I mean,
it's really nice. It's a great vibe, and it's really comfortable to play in, and it feels great. We're really lucky to have this going on. So
yeah, the sound, the lights, and the crowd, the energy's there. It's really it really makes it nice, and everybody's still nice and spread apart and all compliant and all that. It's great.
Cool.
So what's been going on with you?
Before we go down that road, I'm just going to preface my what I want to contribute to this conversation with Andrea tonight, because we have a little extra time tonight because we're not so limited with another guest coming on. So, as I was thinking about it tonight, I've known you just a handful of years, right? We've both been playing the circuit for a long time, but we just started working together on some gigs, just a few gigs, just a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
And so with that, I don't really know you very well. So I'm going to ask you a lot of questions about who you are and where you come from and all of that. And I just thought, let's let people get to know you a little bit that way too. Because I as we tend to work with musicians a lot, you get to know them, and I don't know you very well. So let's do some of that tonight. So I have questions for you, but back to Terence.
Okay.
So I have a really great question. Why don't you let us get to know you a little bit, okay? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, here's what I'll start with, and that is just you're not from California, right?
No, born and raised in Salem, Oregon.
Okay, and tell us about your musical journey, because I just yesterday saw you had sent us a photo of you and your dad, and he's a musician, and I didn't know that. So tell us a little bit about your history of music.
Well, my dad, Joe Miller, he was a band director. He majored in music, and both of his parents were also musicians. So my grandparents on his side, and he made a living being a band director up until my brother and I have one brother. Up until I think maybe we were around 3 and 5 or 4 and 6. And then he wasn't I guess, earning enough money doing that. So he went into insurance.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Selling insurance, but never gave up playing. So he played the saxophone, but clarinet was really his main instrument, and he's just Dixieland clarinet was his thing.
Oh,
so yeah, so he gave up his music career to kind of support our family, and always told my brother and me to follow our heart and follow our dreams and do what we're good at, and that was music for both my brother and me.
What does your brother do?
So my brother's a professional musician as well, and also a teacher. He lives in Bend, Oregon, and piano is his main gift. He's just brilliantly talented. And so my dad never gave up playing the horn, though. He played in the Salem Concert Band, which is like a volunteer orchestra in Salem, Oregon, and always played first chair clarinet, and always never told my brother or myself to have a backup plan. Like fully believed in it. And I think because he kind of gave up what he really loved, he has been able to watch us do what we're doing and kind of live through.
What a great thing he provided for you, you know? Yeah.
You know, for me, the funny thing is, for me, jazz was my backup plan. So that'll tell you what I started with.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. Underwater basket weaving? Oh my God.
You know, you
can always fall back on jazz.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you this, but I just went on a trip with my son all the way up the coast of Oregon, and we stayed a night in Salem. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And when we were driving back down is when all of those fires hit. It's crazy up there right now. Yeah. Yeah. It was like we were driving at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. It was pitch black and orange smoke. You know, it was just really, really weird. It was weird. Yeah. That and the pot dispensaries every other block, you know. I know. I swear to God, it's like I've never seen it in my life. I never thought, my God, where was this when I was a teenager? You know.
I know. I think our number one export is lumber, but after that, I think it's wheat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really known for that.
So, Andrea, how'd you end up down here? First of all, how long have you been hitting this circuit as a performer, and what brought you down here?
Well, a scholarship to USC got me down to LA.
Okay.
So I've always been a singer ever since I was, I think, 5 years old. My dad, because he has a background in music, he told me that I was singing with vibrato and perfectly in tune at age 5. So I've never known anything else to do or wanted to do anything else ever.
Wow.
And so I was in a lot of talent shows and choir and things like that growing up. And then I got to play Annie when I was, I think, 11 in a pretty big production, and Dr. Myra Brand was in the audience, and she is a vocal teacher. She was, I think, head of music at Western Oregon State College. And so she came up to me and my mom after the performance and offered to be my voice teacher.
Wow.
And she said, I really think that you have something and I would love to be your teacher. I live in Salem. So from age, I think 11 and a half to 17, when I graduated high school, I would have private opera lessons every Saturday at her house for all those years. So I grew up doing opera, and then I got accepted to USC on a scholarship for theater, and that's what got me out of Salem and down to LA. And then I graduated and I realized I did not want to be an actor at all, not whatsoever. It was not in my blood like singing was. So I just made the decision. So I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts in theater, but I haven't pursued acting at all. You know, but I think what we do on stage, performing, is a bit of that. It's not playing a character; we're ourselves, but still we're presenting in a way. So once I got down to USC, and then I discovered R&B, and I discovered Stevie Wonder and the Isley Brothers, and all, like, my whole musical world just exploded with everything. And then my older brother Aaron was sending me mixtapes of Pink Floyd and Zeppelin, and like I wasn't a sheltered child, but I just grew up doing opera and ballet, and like didn't go out on dates or anything. So I was kind of late to the scene of discovering all sorts of other music. So then I did, but I always grew up listening to jazz because of my dad. So I would listen to Benny Goodman and Rhapsody in Blue and Errol Garner Concert by the Sea. He would play every weekend. So it was always in my head. And then when I was in high school, for a birthday present, my parents got me the Linda Ronstadt Nelson Riddle Orchestra album, all standards. And I learned all of them, and would like practice them in the garage with the door down so it had good acoustics.
That was actually a really important album in the 80s. It reintroduced a lot of people to that music.
Yeah, and it was done so well. So then I did singer-songwriter original music for a long time, and pop and R&B, and then I got really, really, really burnt out on it about 15 years ago. And I said, okay, now what? I have this opera background. I just felt like I hit a wall with R&B and pop and my own music. I'm not the strongest songwriter, but you know, I was giving it a go. And then I was just so frustrated with what I should do with, I don't want to say my gift, but what I am put here to do is what I believe it's my only real goal in life, is just to be the best thing I can be and do it in the best way that I can. So I was real frustrated with artistically what to do next. And I had a drama log, and I looked in the back of it, and it was open mic night tonight at the Money Tree in Toluca.
Oh, I remember that.
The Money Tree.
Yeah.
This great jazz club. So I think it was probably 2002 or 2000.
Let's rephrase that. It was kind of a horrible jazz club, but really great musicians. But really great musicians played there.
Yeah,
that was a high class place for me when I was drinking. You know?
Oh, it was so much fun. So I lived really close. So I thought, okay. And I walked in, and Frank Wilson was on drums. Clarence Robinson was on bass. And Eddie Olivieri was on piano. And I walked in, and I thought, oh my gosh, okay, this feels good. And then I signed up for the open mic, you know, and I signed up with Around Midnight. And okay, if people are watching that aren't familiar with that song, it's not a singer's easiest song in the world to, especially if you've never heard him. And you know, so I remember that they called my name and they said, "Are you sure you want to sing this?" It was on the Nelson Riddle Linda Ronstadt album, right? And I learned it. So anyway, that began the past, I guess, 17-year journey that I've never looked back on, of my world of jazz. It took a while for me to get to it, and then once I found it, it was like Cinderella's slipper. It just, I thought, oh, I'm home. This is what I still love, you know, other types of music, but what I love so much about jazz is the improvisational element. And there's never like a hit the wall point of, well, I guess I've tapped out, and where else can you can I mean,
You can
it's limited.
always room to discover more, right?
Well, I'm gonna do like Tony doesn't interrupt. I was gonna say that for those of you who are not familiar with Andrea, and she's very modest about her abilities and her talents and her stage presence, but it is quite mesmerizing. And every time I've seen her play, anytime she played at Steamers, anytime I've seen her anywhere, the audience is very, very into her and compelled, and
yeah, the audience loves you.
Yeah, and that tells you a lot, and I can tell how you feed off that too. So, because I'm trying to remember the first time I saw you or where it was. I don't know if it was with Mike or was it with Eddie, or I don't remember who it was, but I was like, wow. This girl she has a lot there, and because there's owning the club and having everybody and their brother trying to play there, I just had no idea. I mean, I had to find them on my own, but yeah, I wanted to throw that in for those of you who are looking forward to seeing her on October 1st or 29th.
And of course, and being a club owner, he's not used to people loving him, so he really recognized that when they
That's That's true.
Oh, man.
So a lot of people don't understand how a lot of the back, I guess the back rooms of the music industry work. And so one of the great stories about you is that I know that you got to do this recording for David Foster for demoing a tune for Celine Dion, and people probably don't realize that all these great songs they hear on the radio from these big artists go through a process from the songwriter to demos to producers. Like, it goes through this whole chain. And you mind talking a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was precisely that. It was one of the greatest composers we just lost, Ennio Morricone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the album was it was called "We All Love Ennio," and he wanted to handpick artists to do his most famous works, and everybody from Metallica to Celine Dion to just a very wide variety. And Herbie Hancock did The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, wow.
A remake of it. So basically, Ennio Morricone wanted specific artists to remake his most famous songs. And one of them was a song called Deborah's Theme from Once Upon a Time in America. And it's an instrumental theme. It doesn't have lyrics or really kind of a melody. It's just kind of an instrumental theme. So Ennio called up Quincy Jones. They're very close, apparently. And meanwhile, let's do a little backup. I had a day job up in LA when I lived there, where I worked for a concert promoter, part-time, right out of college, and then part-time, like, it dwindled down to like once a week. And he was representing Ennio at this time, and so he's instrumental, unintended, to the story. So Ennio wanted Celine Dion to sing Deborah's Theme, and he wanted Quincy Jones to produce it and Alan and Marilyn Bergman to write the lyrics. And so okay, so then he calls me, my concert promoter employer called me and said, "Hey, Andrea, I'm working on this project and for Celine Dion, and I've got the Bergmans working on it, and Quincy's signed on, and Celine is requesting a vocal demo. You want to do it?" I said, "Oh." So it was the perfect example of being in the right place at the right time.
Right.
But
and in pretty good company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having the skill to do it and a good relationship with my employer, who I've known for so long. And so it was just the perfect little matchup of events.
Right.
So so the next thing I know, okay, so Celine does not read music, apparently. So she needed to, opposite of me, like, it's very hard if somebody sends me something that they want me to demo and if they don't send me a chart. I need to see the melody.
Interesting.
Easier
Yeah.
than listening, but she's a listener. She apparently learns by ear. So next thing I know, I'm with the Bergmans. Alan and Marilyn are in where were we?
And Alan just died, didn't he? He just died recently.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
I
think,
didn't.
isn't that right? Yeah, I think so. I don't want to put anything wrong out there, but I think that's true.
Okay. So we demoed the tune with my friend Stephen Boyd, who I had made an album with during that time, at his studio, like in Reseda area, and the Boomans are coming over and they're writing the lyrics and they're having me sing it, and then flash forward to then Quincy has to go out of town to an awards event in Atlantic City. So he calls up David Foster and says, will you handle this demo session that I've got to do this weekend? Next thing I know, I'm now at David Foster's studio with the Bergmans again. And it's just crazy. So I got to do the demo and David played on it. And the Bergmans were there. And it was really cool to watch how much care they put into every lyric, and my delivery of it. They would say, oh no, don't enter, no, like, well, just wait and now come in. They were kind of conducting the session. So it that's how it all came about. And then my
Were you
employer,
nervous?
okay, this is so funny. I'm nervous. I was nervous for your show right now tonight.
Yeah.
I feel so strange just being by myself in my apartment, and it's so weird. But this calm comes over you when you're in your element of doing what you really know how to do well,
Right.
and that's what you do. Like, I've never done this before, so I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
But when that happened, I remember thinking that I would be nervous, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't. And
I've had that
so
experience.
happy.
I've had that experience too, where sometimes these big heady things are just, you're really relaxed because it's like that. It's like you feel like this is where you're supposed to be. And then simple things like, where I get probably the most nervous is anytime somebody asks me to play at their wedding, like during the ceremony. I hate playing. Please don't ask me. I hate playing trumpet at weddings because
Oh my goodness.
I'm so in my head that one little crack note on some little melody is going to be on video for them for the rest of their
That's right.
life. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I just can't shake it. I hate that. I am not available for weddings, guys. But I totally get that. I get that.
But what I think what I was kind of getting at, and of course it goes along with being nervous, but this was a door opening for you, a great opportunity. At any point during that time, did you doubt your capabilities, or your knowing that, or think that you may choke, or you just knew you were going to hit it?
No. I knew the song like the back of my hand.
Yep.
And this is kind of funny. This is worth a little side note. So I got invited. So I learned the song, note for note, and I read music, so I knew exactly what every note was. And Ennio had sent a note to everybody that there were to be no melodic changes at all. Like, do not change the melody whatsoever, or else it's in the garbage can. You'd have to redo it. And so I got invited to the real recording session. It was in Las Vegas. And so Celine's there, and Renee, her husband, was alive at the time. And now Quincy's back in the picture. So he's pretty, behind the board. And the Bergmans are there. And Jerry Hay, he was the musical director for the session. Mm-hmm. And all these heavyweights are there. And I'm just a little person in the back on the couch, So Celine is singing, and she's singing, and she's singing, and she has a question at one point, and she said, is this the melody? And she did, it was incorrect. It was like from a C down to a D, but it was a C to a C. It was an octave, is the way the melody was written. And so Jerry Hay, looked at his chart and said, yep, that's it. It's a C to a D. And so I knew that there's probably hundreds. I don't know how much money it costs for that session, but
right.
tens of thousands for that, yeah. And her fee and all that. And so they were about to go forward, and I said, excuse me. The whole room turns. I said it's actually an octave. It's an octave. And da, da, what? And everybody said, what? And the Bergmans knew me. The Bergmans had my back. And so they said, are you sure, honey? I said, yeah, if you look at the original chart, it's an octave, I'm sure of it. And Jerry Hay was like, well, that's not what my chart says. And we recorded the orchestra. So Celine, carry on. And then the Bergmans got out the original sheet music and they said, no, she's right, it's an octave. And so back to like, there wasn't a moment that I choked vocally, but there was a moment that I could have choked. It was my responsibility, I felt, to tell.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, that would be a very nerve-wracking moment.
Yeah. But then afterwards, Celine came out and she said, she came up to me and she said, thank you for the demo. I really enjoyed how you sang it because it influenced how I sing it. I was like, I don't know, thanks, but I don't know about that, but it was cool. It was
That's
an
great.
exciting time. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to interject now my own story that has nothing to do with Andrea or the show, but just because that reminded me of about 4 years ago, I got a call for a session that was, I'm not going to say who it's for because it'll be like the ultimate name drop. Just know it's like a crazy big name. And I got a call for this session and it was a 7-hour session for a guy known for some pretty hard trumpet stuff. And it was the kind of thing where you can't say no to it. But I was so freaked out for 2 days because I thought like 7 hours is a lot. That's a lot of music. And that's a lot of opportunity to be the guy in the room who just screwed up and is causing another take, right? And I lost sleep. It was horrible. And I showed up and I walked in and I got to meet the artist and it was amazing. All of that was great. All these amazing players in the room. Again, I'm just so in my head, freaked out and just forcing myself to go through it. And then they handed us one sheet of music and this 7-hour session, they only needed trumpets for like 16 bars of music. And it was the easiest, like a high school kid could have played it. I was so, you could have felt the world just lift off my shoulders right there. Yeah, that was great.
I thought you were going to tell the story about, because Andrea talked about getting that moment, getting the call for that when you're getting your iPhone fixed. And
that was the one, but that's the one. That's the other thing. I almost missed that session because I was the call came while I was handing my phone to the guy at the Apple store to delete it and give me, transfer to my new phone. And as I was handing it to him, it rang. And I said, well, let me just get that. And it was the call for that session, which I would have lost had I not taken it. So, yeah. But I won't say who it is because that's too much.
Oh, I know. So now let's fast forward from there and then the jazz thing to where we're at now.
Well, you mean
you have a new project? You have a new project right now, right?
Yeah. So I've been very fortunate to get not a record deal, but like a record agreement, I guess you could say. Let's make a record together. It's not a major label. It's a independent label with the San Gabriel 7, which is a 14-piece band that has been around forever.
And that is apparently really bad at math.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So,
is that a vocal group? I think I've heard of it.
It's led by Jim Lewis on trombone. Jim Lewis, it's kind of, I guess I don't want to speak for him, but I think this is kind of his baby side project, love, like brainchild that he thought up and created over 10 years ago. He is a NASA scientist.
Wow.
He works at JPL and he I guess created this. The reason they went to Mars in July, just a couple months ago, was something he created, which has something to do with creating oxygen when you're on Mars or somewhere like. I mean, he's just this crazy, brilliant guy. He's also in a special forces op. Had something to do with capturing bin Laden he's just this very decorated and brilliant human being who played trombone and has never given it up. And
which all of that, just the trombone player part, means we still can't respect him. No, that's really amazing.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
that's all right. It's you remember, Chuck Manning, don't you, Tony?
Oh,
Sax player. His brother works at JPL. His brother was on the landing thing for the rover. Another guy.
He was on it.
Yeah, he was on it. He's still there. He's trying to fix that damn battery. It keeps going out.
Some people will go anywhere for a gig.
I know. Anyway,
I'm sorry. Go on. We're interrupting.
I was going to say, but I'm getting the cue that we got to do the outro coming up soon. But why don't you tell us a little bit more about that project, and then about your Straighten Up and Fly Right outro that we've got for you.
Cool. So I'm doing a new album with the San Gabriel 7. It's 5 horns and piano, bass, drums, guitar, percussion, keys, organ. Just a great band, and all originals.
Nice.
All originals. So these are songs and melodies that I wrote, lyrics and melody, and it should be pretty cool. The horns are great, and I have to give a shout out to Dave Cushman because he's the arranger, and he's taken my little demos from years ago of these little tunes that I wrote, singer-songwriter days, and turned them into full-blown arrangements.
Nice.
With horns. And so the album is called Time to Stay, and it's going to come out in, we hope, December.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you here. You want to let us know a little bit about
somebody has a guest.
Yeah, you've got a guest, Terence. Incoming.
Wait a second. Did you do you not notice when
hey, I left the money on the bed. Just get ready, and it's over there.
Okay, all right.
I didn't even see her come in. That's Donna, by the way. Anyway, so let us know a little bit about Straighten Up, Fly Right, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you on October 29th.
So nice to talk to you, Andrea.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with little Nat King Cole, Straighten Up and Fly Right. This was at the Bahia Corinthian Yacht Club with Mark Massey, Kendall Kay, and Benjamin May.
Nice.
And first time we'd ever played together. And fly right, my friends. Straighten up and fly right. Thank you.
Good to see you, dear. Can't wait to see you again.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on.
Everything was on the square. The father tried to throw the monkey off his back. The monkey grabbed his neck and said, "Now listen, Jack. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and do right. Straighten up and fly right. I cool down, Papa, don't you know you're tired? Once you sit down, once you sit down. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you know you're tired? The button on the monkey, you're choking me. Release your hold and I'll set you free. The button on the monkey right dead in the eye. You said you do it such a but it sounds like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and do right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, baby, don't you know you're tired? No. release your hold and I'll set you free. The buzzer got the monkey right dead in the eye. It said you're so untouchable, it sounds like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and do right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, baby, don't you blow. Don't you blow your time. Hey. Fly right.
We're back.
We're back, Tony.
Yep.
And it's your birthday, buddy. It's your birthday, man.
I hope you use that time away from the camera to apologize to Donna.
Yeah, I apologize to Donna. Yeah, I let her know. The funny thing is about it, it's the first time she's been here. She didn't realize that I'm not wearing anything underneath this shirt. I just got shorts on underneath. Anyway, listen. Upcoming this Thursday night, Steamer's Jazz Artist Showcase with Tawanda with Josh Nelson Trio going to be here. You got to get tickets for that at campusjax.com. Coming up next Thursday. After that, Tony's going to be back with this great quintet, this time with strong and healthy Leah Booth. Coming up on Thursday the 8th. Thursday the 29th, Andrea Miller will be here with Ron Kobayashi. And we got a special guest coming sometime in October. We're not sure when. Could be a Thursday, could be a Sunday. Champion Fulton's going to be out here from New York, and it's not confirmed yet, but we're going to get her into Campus JAX at one time. Tony, let's hear a little bit about this little celebrity bowling tune so we can get that going, and then we'll get you out of here.
I should have prepared by having the album here, but years ago I found an album by, the flugelhorn is not the most common instrument. People always ask almost every gig, hey, what's that instrument? And it's just kind of like, Chuck Mangione described it as the fat trumpet. But there was a group in the late 60s that was sort of part of that whole Herb Alpert Baja Marimba Band scene called Sir Richard and his Flugel Knights. And this band featured two flugelhorns. And on this particular album that I found was this song. And I can't remember the actual name of the song. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, it's basically... Everybody Loves My Baby, which is an old song from the 20s. And they did this little tune. But that song, that recording, became the theme song for ABC's Celebrity Bowling, which was a short-lived show, which is exactly what you think it would be. It's whoever the stars of that day were bowling. It's about as exciting as it gets.
And they share that same little bongo solo in many other songs, too?
They do, yes. So I just thought it was such a quirky little tune. We decided to play it one night, and then people liked it. And I just think it's funny that it's such a weird little tune, and I'm positive nobody else ever performs it.
That's right.
I thought that's a song we can own.
There you go.
We can't own Autumn Leaves, but we can own that one. So.
Well, you own that, and you own Steamers, Steaming at Steamers, and Jumping at JAX, right?
Yeah, that's how I keep my gigs.
There you go. Got to find a bowling alley, buddy.
Right.
All right, let's hear that. We'll be back.
This is from the other night.
Yeah, we'll be back and tell you goodbye.
I believe we're the only band in the world that performs this song. We give you the theme to ABC's Celebrity Bowling by request.
Wow. You sure that wasn't badminton or that was bowling? Celebrity bowling, right?
Celebrity bowling,
Yeah.
right.
Wow. Well, listen, man, we're gonna head out.
Wait. Before we go, I'm going to show you my latest acquisition in my vintage hunting.
Okay.
This is Jackie Robinson's personal business card.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? I actually
Very
got
cool.
a little lot of about 9 of these that are brand new, straight from his former business partner.
Wow, that's cool. I like the logo.
I like that. Isn't that cool? From
Very
his,
nice.
Basically from the 1950s, that his business card.
Yep,
from the
I can tell by the type too.
Right. All right.
So anyway, we'll just want to remind everybody they can help us out by going to steamersjax.com, throw a few bucks in the tip jar. This is our 28th, coming up on our 29th episode of Sunday Nights. Also on Thursdays, we also broadcast that too, so you can help us there. If you want to come see Tawana, incredible jazz vocalist, this Thursday, go to campusjax.com. Get your tickets right there. We accommodate singles, couples, large parties, whatever you want to bring. It's a beautiful place. The sound, the lights, the tent covers it up. It's really, really nice. You got to check it out. And we're going to end up with a great little mini musical performance of Dear Prudence, performed by Chris Williams.
Right, just from a few weeks back at on the outdoor stage, and I got to perform this with them, and it's a great Beatles tune. And I've said this before about Chris, I think, and we talked a little bit about this with ANDREA, but just being an interpreter of the lyric, he's one of the best around for really grabbing the meaning of each word in the lyric, and he really delivers this nicely. And then we stretch it out nice.
Yeah, he puts it all in there. And also Mahesh is in there, Edmund Velasco, Dave Miller, and Peter Buck. So check it out. And we're going to be bringing Chris back coming up soon here too. So we love you. Thanks for all your help.
Hey, real quick, next week our guests are the incredible saxophonist Doug Webb.
Doug Webb
and I'm going to blank. Come on, Terence. Read the text. Oh no, I've got too many names. I can't leave it hanging like that.
Don't leave it hanging.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you in just a second, and then I'm gonna be horrified that I spaced out.
You forgot. That's right. Sir Paul McCartney?
No, not.
Okay.
No.
Benny Hill?
No. All right. Well, I can't find it now. I'm so embarrassed.
Well,
Natalie Mendoza.
Natalie, that's right. Oh, great. I've been hearing a lot about her.
And I'm going to I won't even apologize for that, because the fact is, Natalie and I don't know each other very well. We've only worked together once, and so much of what I've seen of her is what she posts online, which is just so great. She's so talented and like just has this great style to her, and so I'm excited that we get to hear more of her and talk to her. And then, of course, the great Doug Webb, who is just one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, yeah. The guy's a big sax collector, too. He's got like 300 of them.
It's incredible.
All right, guys. Love you. We'll see you later. Thanks to Jack Jasper and Tim Ellis. See you later.
Dear Prudence, come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue. It's beautiful. So are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, won't you open up your eyes? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new skies. The sun is up, it's on the hill. Another day for us to fill. Dear Prudence, only open up your eyes. Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? So are you, dear Prudence. Hey. Won't you open up your eyes? Did you listen to Edmund Velasco? say thank you to Tony Guerrero tonight on the trumpet. Mahesh Balasuri on the piano. David Miller. Buck on the drums. Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue. It's beautiful and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand
Thank you.